people do rip you off, you know what I'm saying? You've got to guard your corner. I'm not being greedy here. I mean righteous, you know. People will rip musicians off for sixpence every day of the week. There's people driving around in Mercs out there who made it all off. And the people they made it off are shooting junk in Earl's Court. You know, I run 2 families, and you can't live on being a living legend. People don't give you £5 every time they mention your name. Quite the fucking opposite.
Shapes, mistakes, misfits, raised on a diet of broken biscuits. Oh, we don't look the same as you, and we don't do the things you do, but we live around here too. Oh, really?
Psych Truck, they're a local band, 2 guys, and they're actually friends of mine. But they started developing their own kind of style of music and their own kind of work, and they approached me a few months ago to develop some work for them. And then they had a very kind of specific brief, but also giving me a little bit of freedom to play around with it, which was, as an artist, quite exciting. Basically what they wanted, because their work is very much about kind of having a tangible piece of artwork within their music. They wanted something heavily textured, with basically lots of layers, very physical in its nature, as opposed to something kind of refined and more stylized. They wanted big and gestural, which as an artist is always exciting because it means you get to have some fun.
What do you think of Psych Truck as guys?
As guys,
you can be honest.
Psych Truck guys are interesting people. Fun to work with from the artistic side of things. I don't know from a management side how I'd like to deal with them, but no, they're lots of fun.
I'd definitely say I'd much rather be poor and make the music that I really want to play rather than selling out and trying to sort of come
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. Well, the music we make is definitely, you know, it's for us really, rather than, you know, if you don't like it, you know, then don't listen to it. Essentially, you know, yeah. We're doing because we enjoy doing it and we enjoy what we make.
Making money from our music is something that I'm not really concentrated on. I'd just rather people heard what we have to make and what we've produced and like see what they think of it. I just feel like you have so much more of a connection with music when you've actually got like a vinyl or a CD in your hands.
It's nice to have something tangible there to hold, to look at whilst listening to music, so you can really, you know, experience it with all your senses.
Definitely. Well, really with sort of institutions like Apple Music and iTunes and Spotify, you never actually go up to the CEO of Apple and like, oh yeah, could we put this on your website? See what you think of it.
It's like completely non-human interaction.
Exactly, it's like you just upload it and it's everywhere at once. Meanwhile, whilst going into like a record shop and going to the person behind the counter or talking to the owner or talking to whoever collects the vinyls in to sell, like you have a connection, you're there and you're like, oh, we're this new and upcoming band, we've got this, we want you to sell it, and also we'd quite like to know what you think of it as well, like get an opinion from somebody who knows how music sells.
Yeah, I worry too on iTunes, you know, people who, you know, think they've got an eclectic taste, think, you know, they enjoy experimental music, might be too, like, they won't know really where to start, they won't, you know, they won't really understand what we're trying to do, whereas, you know, in a record shop, you know, if there's a, you know, regular customer, he builds up a relationship with the people there, you know, if they come, you know, they ask for a recommendation, you know, Psych Truck, you know, that, you know, you can show them where to start, you can show them how to enjoy it, you know.
And plus, with the whole sort of like local aspect, I mean, we just live in the area, and people that go into the record shop also live in the area.